we're in the picturesque town of Northcliffe. We're going to be heading to Windy Harbour, and on the way we're going to be climbing Mount Chittleup.
But first, what I'm most excited about is picking up some local produce to cook up a beautiful tasting risotto tonight.
And I'm going to throw some marin on top.
Oh, let's go. This region is well known for its local produce, and everything is farmed locally and sold at little stores just like this one.
So we've made it down to Windy Harbour, which is about 27 kilometres south of Northcliffe. Just after the Great Depression was when it really started to crank up here. There's about 230 cottages that were made here, and it was used as a family holiday destination. All the timber workers that worked inland would come down to the beach with their family. You can just imagine the great memories that were made here. So we're just on the way to our next camp spot, but we thought we'd stop off at Mount Chittleup for a quick hike up the top because we've heard the views are amazing. So we've made it to the summit of Mount Chittleup, which is also known as the mountain within the sea of wetlands. Standing at 187 metres above sea level, the views are spectacular. All right, so it's getting a little bit dark. I'm getting hungry, but we've got to go find our campsite along the Warren River and get to cooking.
Yes, let's go. We've just rolled into camp. Locky's getting the caravan in our spot. And stop. Stop. Perfect. As you can see, we have picked up a lot of local produce. Today I'm going to be cooking a mushroom risotto. First thing I'm going to get you to do, babe, is chop up the leek. As thin as you can get it. So I'm just preparing the mushrooms. I'm just going to remove that inner stalk and I'm going to pop that in my stock later. We've got 3 different varieties. Okay, babe, now that that's done, can you put the cookers on, both sides, please?
All right. And we are on.
We'll get the stock in there for the risotto. Now, all those sort of bits of mushrooms, I'm going to add them to my stock. So let that come to the boil. A little bit of oil. Mushrooms are going to go in. And I'm going to pop a bit of salt in the mushrooms. I always cook my mushrooms separate because different mushrooms take different times to cook. So our stock has come to the boil and our mushrooms are done. I'm going to pop that one there. I'm going to do a little bit more olive oil. Now, in the big pot, I'm going to start cooking the risotto. So again, olive oil. So I'm going to add the leeks in now that you chopped up before. Cook that up until it's soft but no colour. Our leeks are now cooked, so we're going to add in our arborio rice. So usually half a cup per person or 1 cup for big people. So you want to cook your rice for a few minutes in your onions or leeks with the oil. So the rice is now translucent in colour. We want to deglaze that pan. I've got some verjuice with me today. Now that the verjuice has cooked down a little bit, we're going to slowly start adding our stock. I always add in a little bit at a time, stir until it's absorbed into the rice. So while I'm doing that, babe, you can probably go and cook your marron.
Cook my marron, eh? I'll give that a crack. You bring it to boil and then you throw them in for about 3 minutes. We have put them in the freezer for about 30 to 40 minutes to humanely put them to sleep.
That is almost ready. I like to bring my spoon up and shake the rice off to see if it's nice and creamy and holding its shape together. To finish off our beautiful risotto, seasoning and adding all of our mushrooms. I always add in a little bit of butter at the end. And now is the special ingredient, our local truffle oil. I'm going to add in the lion's mane with the garlic and we're ready to serve.
I've got them all cooked up.
The last touch is our beautiful fresh truffle, which is all local as well. A little bit of parsley on top. So there you have it, a beautiful mushroom risotto with your local marron. And that's the thing, you could come down to this beautiful area of Pemberton and source your own ingredients. There is so much fresh produce. The choices are endless. So come down, check it out and cook your next meal here.
Well, I'm hungry, so I'm digging in.
Off you go.